excited they already eat that garlic bait. Alright, now I gotta get that hook on. My hook is, my line got wrapped around my barb, making it snagless and fishless. Okay, let's try to do it again. Let's give it a little cast. It seems like all the big ones on that scope are over here stacked up on that. They're on this side. That's probably because my boat's on this side. Okay, let's try this. How deep is that? There, that'll do it. Now we're gonna hang on to this. He got me straight up and down right there. Pulled my tail all the way off there, didn't he? Pulled my pants down. I was telling you guys about that shadow line right there. I think that's an ambush point for these crappie on little bitty shad. And I still think that, so we're gonna cast it real quick. I got my back to the wind. It should be decent audio anyways. They're tearing this one up. There ain't. I don't think we've caught a fish on it yet, though. They're tearing it up in the wrong way. Oh no, we got wind knots started in my reel and everything. Here, let's cast it on out there. Get some sunlight on that. All right. Oh, they're hitting on top water down there. Them crappies are. Alright guys, we got a Bass Pro Shops micro light 8-foot rod, 2-pound test fishing line, Fluger President size P25, I guess. Hell, I don't know. Little bitty sunbuck. Okay, there's my hand. I got a big hand. It doesn't even go, it's not bigger than the palm of my hand for reference. Alright, we're using a Bobby Garland swimmer shad, and I dipped the tail in this dip and glow, spike it, whatever you want to call it. It's real windy out here, so I'm going to keep my rod tip right next to the water. Use a slow retrieval. Oh, we already had one. He barely thumped it. Barely thumping it. Could have been going across one's back too. Got him. What we're here doing is getting some bait. I already got a couple in the live well. Got a handful in there anyways. If you want to look at my graph here, I don't think it's going to take us long to catch our bait. That means more time on the river, so that's a good thing. Then I got to look up and see which river's running the most water. I already looked up my favorite dam. Of course, they're not letting out anything. So, but I do have other options to go catch some crap. Oh. That one feels good. Feels better than the rest of them. And he ain't. He's a shad I snagged. That's why he felt better. I snagged a shad. We're gonna throw net some shad before we leave here too. We need those guys too. We need crappie and shad. And I brought some worms. I was gonna try to get some bluegill. I know they're mixed in underneath here. They have been this far this year. I got another camera as well, so you guys can watch my video. I'm gonna try a different. I like seeing rod takedowns, and I know you guys do too. So I'm gonna try doing some stuff a little bit different this year, as far as my YouTube channel goes. Trying to grow this channel out, and I mean it's growing all right, I guess. Not from any viewers' fault, probably my fault, you know. Oh, is that a crappie? Oh, all right. I can barely see it from here. It looks like it's a pretty good size. About 4 pounds? Heck yeah. I see that guy down here a couple times. He's a pretty nice guy. He was actually fishing here when I got here, and he told me, hey, come on in and make yourself at home. You know, he ain't he knows like I know, you know, this is where I go fishing. He goes fishing here too, but he's bass fishing, so he ain't gonna stay in one spot too long. He's gonna work the banks. He's gonna be slow about working the banks, you know, like you have to be when you're fishing for bass, but he'll make his rounds. Every time I see, or both times I've seen him down here so far, he's catching bass too. He's catching them, not fishing for them. He's catching them. Damn. Them shad must be thick right there. I can feel them every time I pick up on it. I mean, I can see them on the live scope. They're obviously thick right there, but still, I can't even pick my hook up there through there without feeling them. Or getting one of these guys. Not a bad problem to have, I guess. Get another drink of this coffee. Any of you guys fans of that hazelnut coffee creamer? Man, that stuff is good. I like that hazelnut. I like coffee without any coffee creamer too, though. I'm just that first cup of the day, I need to get it down quickly. And so I can get woke up. You know, that stuff is so dang hot. You know, that hazelnut creamer's cooled off. Shoot, you can't beat that. I'll take that hazelnut creamer in a heartbeat and put it on there. Oop, little guy. Yeah, we ain't even gonna cast it out there today. We can just hang it off the side of the boat. They like that spike it. There we go. Oh yeah, that's a slab netty right there. Oh, come on back. There we go. Hey, 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 hey. That makes the second one like that I caught today. Let's get over here on this brush. What do you guys think about that? I'm gonna drop that sucker down in there. So y'all ain't scared. I should be 2-pound test fishing line. Okay, that one bit out here, so we'll keep trying it right out here. Knocking them over the head. About 44 degrees out here, I think. This creek is 44 degrees as well. Me and these fish, we're going through the same pain right now. I wish that thing would shut up. Alright, now let's drop this jig right in front of this live scope and see what happens. Oh, I've seen it. It's surrounded by fish. They're already biting it. Come on. Man, golly. God. Anybody that's thinking about taking off from work to go fishing during the week, you need to call your boss right now and tell him that the wind did not blow like this all freaking week long. And this is why you have to miss work to go fishing, because of this shit right here. It doesn't matter. It's been this way since I was a kid. If it's a freaking weekend, the wind blows. Start trading out my weekdays for weekends and work on weekends, because I mean, that's just some crap. Every weekend the wind blows. Specifically this time of year. Oh, we got him. Come on now. There's some there looks like there's some bigger blobs here. I think I'd catch a bigger crappie here. Let's try it. Let's throw out here. They're all out here in this direction. Let's try to get us one of those bigger ones. This is probably a good enough bait video. I'm gonna cut you guys off here and catch my bait. I'll see you on the rip. Put you guys out there like that. Well, we moved spots. Cast out some drawers. Caught up in a backwater cove. And I store these shipping containers for barges. I guess they are technically shipping containers. Probably don't need an 8-ounce weight to stick back here, but we don't have no roller weights back here, or none of the bull crap is dealing with out there. Maybe we can get on blue cats back here. And the water temperature back here is 50 degrees. It's about 4 degrees warmer than it is out there on the main river channel. 4 degrees is probably getting a bite. Probably good enough. Feels like it's physically 4 degrees warmer back here. If I was a big catfish, I'd be back here sunning it up. I gotta still work on this new camera mount. I'm trying to get it to where you guys can see all the rods. You guys will probably be missing a few rods. Damn it. As soon as I start talking good about a place, the freaking wind starts pulling my anchor off. Oh well, that'll be fine. Should be fine. So far before. It can only push us so far before the boat's blown sideways into the bank, at which point that'll be fine too. Should have done that to start with. I think spring just started yesterday. Or officially turned spring. I'm ready for the spring rains, I know that. Tiffany, are you ready for the spring rains?
Yep.
These winds aren't that bad if the dam is going. You could still get your anchor down. And as long as the current's going good, it'll hold your boat straight in that current. Leave your motor tilted down. You can even control the sway of your boat a little bit with your motor. This crap we're dealing with right now though, all wind and no current. If there was running water below the dam, we'd already caught a fish. It is what it is. We're gonna put out a 7/0 catfish hook on one of these other rods. We're gonna put another piece of friction out. We got our 7 rods out. Oh, we got one. We got one, guys. We got us a catfish here. I guess I'll turn on my other camera. So you guys see what we got going on here. That wind is just something else. I'm sorry about the wind noise, but it is what it is. Slack up on my lines because of this wind, but I knew the water temperature back here was warmer. I just wanted to catch a fish off of this certain tree. This doesn't feel like a bad fish, but it's been a little bit since I caught one. He ain't a great fish, he just broke the surface. I guess you guys see it on my other camera. And it is my first, I think, channel catfish of the year. We're gonna pick him up on the boat. There he is. Not too shabby. To the grease woman. Alright, she said keep it if we don't catch any more, put him back. Yeah, he's still got spots on him, but he's about the right size. That's a pretty good fillet. You're going to take from what's right here, here, that's going to be your fillet. That's about the perfect size, really. Okay, now that's got me a little bit more excited about where I'm at, the spot we're at. And I got my night crawler back, and I caught that fish right off the bank. I literally had it casted just a couple feet off the bank. Me and my wife, when we first got together, we used to go down to this creek and we would set trot lines across there in the wintertime. And we would run them out there like those Chinese laundry mats, you know, like we'd put a stick on this side and a stick on this side, and then we'd run it in a big loop. You only put hooks on one side so you can just run it out there, you know. You don't have to keep swimming across this creek. We didn't have a boat or canoe or anything at this time. And I'd have hooks set right next to the bank, and the first couple times she'd ask me, "You think you're gonna catch a fish there?" And it'd literally be a foot off the bank, and we would catch a fish on that hook. It seemed like every time. I'm pretty sure every time, and it was in the winter time too. We might have to take you guys to a little creek and show you how we did that, just in case you want to get some eater catfish. Or I gotta go drop something now that's in front of this boat. All right, we got the front of the boat pinned down. It ain't going nowhere anymore. I might have to readjust some of my rods the way I got them casted out. I'll put these over here. Then I'll crank down a little bit. She's been out way worse than this. She's been just fine. You'd be surprised at how warm that life jacket is. Your center of your body's warm, the rest of you. And if your feet are cold. She's an alien because she always takes her shoes off. Alright, look at that ball of night crawlers back out there. Right off the bank again. Oh, what do we got going on here? What do we got going on here? I think my anchor slid off of its thing that it was stuck on. I don't really know that. I think my anchor's sliding in the mud. Like I said before, it can only slide so far till the boat just turns around and locks down, so I'm not really too worried about it. That looks like that's what's going to happen too. I'll never get my 7th rod casted out over this. Well, my boat spins in a circle. It only goes so far. We're about at the end of it. We're about as far as it can go. Katsu hooking this freaking catfish rod right here. I want to try to put out a shad gut pocket on here. I would leave this hook on here and run it, but I about straightened it out earlier. I wish we had bigger channel cats here in Oklahoma. You guys up north got. We ain't got it like that here. Now let's see if I can remember how to tie this snail knot. I already forgot how to tie this. See what we got going on here. That wind is just something else. I'm sorry about the wind noise, but it is what it is. I don't know what to tell you. So. I can't even keep the slack up on my lines because of this wind, but I knew the water temperature back here was warmer. I just wanted to catch a fish off of this certain tree. This doesn't feel like a bad fish, but it's been a little bit since I caught one. He ain't a great fish, he just broke the surface. I guess you guys see it on my other camera. And it is my first, I think, channel catfish of the year. We're gonna pick him up on the boat. There he is. Not too shabby. To the grease woman? Yay or nay?
Keep it if we don't catch more, put it back.
Alright, she said keep it if we don't catch any more pretty bags. Yeah, they still got spots on him, but he's about the right size. That's a pretty good fillet. You're gonna take from what's right here to here, that's gonna be your fillet. That's about the perfect size, really. Get down in there, boy. Okay, now that's got me a little bit more excited about where I'm at, the spot we're at. And I got my night crawler back, and I caught that fish right off the bank. I literally had it casted just a couple feet off the bank. Me and my wife, when we first got together, we used to go down to this creek and we would set trot lines across there in the wintertime. And we would run them out there like those Chinese laundry mats, you know, like we'd put a stick on this side and a stick on this side, and then we'd run it in a big loop. You only put hooks on one side so you can just run it out there, you know. You don't have to keep swimming across this creek. We didn't have a boat or canoe or anything at this time. And